In this podcast episode, I'm teaming up with my student Patricia Cleary from Seattle. And she says that I've helped her stay focused and show up for the mandolin every day. But for me, it is even cooler hearing how at a family gathering she brought out the mandolins and she captured their attention, the way she puts it. And it's just sort of an amazing thing for a teacher hearing how the student is bringing their music and their passion for the mandolin and sharing it with other people. It's just a nice ripple effect in this, if you see what I mean from a teacher point of view. But anyway, I think you should take it a listen to this and be inspired by Patricia and her mandolin story. And also know that there is a video version of this podcast episode inside Mandolin Secrets Academy. And if you also feel that you would like my personal guidance and input for your mandolin progress, just send me a note and an email or reach out to me in any way and we can make it happen. Here we go. Have a listen to Patricia and her story. Hey there, music makers. I'm Magnus and welcome to the Mandolin Secrets podcast. This is the place to get tips, inspiration, and stories that supports you on your musical journey. Thank you so much for tuning in, and just know you can go to mandolinsecrets.com/podcast for more information on how to keep up with the show and also find all previous episodes. Now, let's get this episode rolling. So, today I got Patricia Cleary with me, mandolin player from Seattle. How are you doing, Patricia?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Magnus. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And Patricia, she's a member of Mandolin Secrets Academy, but also a private student of me. And so first off, Patricia, could you just tell us a little bit about your background and your mandolin playing, just to get the idea?
Yeah, sure. So the idea to play the mandolin was during COVID. And I heard Magnus play Silent Night, and I just absolutely fell in love with the instrument. I had listened to the mandolin before, Celtic music. My parents are from Ireland, so grew up with a lot of Irish music. I did play the flute for a while, but no stringed instruments. So a little bit intimidated by it, but I think my love for the music and the way it sounded prompted me to sign up for Mandolin Secrets. And one thing led to another. And I bought my first mandolin, which was very cheap. It was $100 mandolin. And then my husband noticed that I was really taken to it and spending a lot of time trying to learn it. So he upgraded me to a Canadian mandolin, but they no longer make that style mandolin, but that's the one that I have right now. And that's where I'm at.
That sounds cool. And just of curiosity, you mentioned there that you find me playing Silent Night or anything, but since there are also a lot of other online resources for mandolin playing, why did you choose to go with us?
I actually listened to different styles of mandolin playing, and I don't know, the way that you play the mandolin, Magnus, it just spoke to me. It was very light. It was very positive. I just like the melody, the melodic sound. Your style of playing the mandolin is beautiful. And I listened to a little bit more of some of the stuff that you've written, like Minos Vals and the Waltz. And it's just, I've never heard anything like that before. I like bluegrass, I like Celtic, but that was a little different. So I was curious about it. And I like the format of Mandolin Secrets. It breaks it down for somebody like me who's a beginner. an absolute beginner. But I think I can graduate to beginner now. I've learned a few melodies, so yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, yeah, I'm I'm flattered to hear you like the style of my playing and all that.
Mm.
And yeah, you also like saying that you entered as an absolute beginner and all that, and now you've been doing this for a while, and we also been working like on me privately. Is there any like specific things that you feel that you have improved during our time together? Something that you can mention?
Absolutely. I think the biggest thing before having lessons with you, Magnus, was that I felt like my playing was very robotic,
Mm.
very tense, just choppy, choppy, not in a good way, but in a way in
Mhm.
which I wasn't spending enough time with each note. I know there's fast and there's slow playing, but you have
Yeah.
to spend that time with each note and the up and the downstroke. Um,
Mhm.
and you taught me how to do that, how to pay attention to the tenseness in my body and then the way you're showing up to the mandolin, the importance of the up and down stroke. That all
Mhm.
makes a difference.
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember us sorting out a little bit of pick directions and all that, but you're very responsive, I would say, to that kind of input. Yeah, and also as you said, one of the things that we've been working on is to make the mandolin playing singable and like to maybe your way of putting it less robotic maybe.
Hmm.
But yeah. Mm. So also I since we've been working on like personally, you and me, I also really liked your way of taking advantage of like video exchange kind of features. How would you? Is the video exchange something that you found
Yeah, I
useful?
was surprised that I did because I typically don't like videotaping myself.
Mm-hmm.
And but for the sake of improving the mandolin, that's how much I really want to improve on it. I noticed that that was an excellent tool, a great mirror for me to see whether I'm playing it right or not. And so
Mm-hmm.
prior to me sending you a video, I must have just, like a writer just writes and rips up, writes and rips up. I just kept playing, deleting until it was somewhat good enough to send over to you.
Yeah.
Um, and just knowing that, you would be quote unquote grading it, even though you
Yeah.
weren't, but you were critiquing it, which is what I wanted you to do,
Mm-hmm.
uh, really forced me to show up to it and to give it my best shot each time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I mean that's also one of the benefits I see with video, also for my own needs, but also seeing for the students, because as you mentioned, the first feedback you're getting yourself out of watching it, that
Mhm.
is maybe even well just as important as the information and feedback I can give you after watching it. So it's a powerful tool, and I really liked to see how you embraced it because I also, as you said, there was a little bit resistance, but then week after week there were one, two, sometimes three videos just coming, and that's been really. I think it's really been speeding up your progress
Mhm.
from doing that. Thank you so much for watching this highlight video. If you want to watch the entire episode, you can do it inside Mandolin Secrets Academy. Or you can also go to like your favorite podcast platform and listen to an audio version of this podcast episode. You can also go to our website to listen to the podcast. The web address is mandolinsecrets.com/podcast. And always remember, be a music maker.